It's not about the gear. What's going on? Anybody hear me? Is my audio correct again? Oops. Put that down for a second. I take your, yeah, I like Fenders. Yeah, they're good. I'll be right back. I should run there. Got broken glass on the ground. Hey, welcome to the third stream. Hanging out. Okay, cool. You can hear me. Good. Yeah, Fenders are great. Any guitar is good. Whatever works, you know. I wanted to talk today about something that came over me, and it was just the idea that I want to chat with you guys. So I do these because I love to chat. So whoever wants to jump on, great. But it's in terms of gear. I titled this thing, "It's Not About the Gear," unless. And now, what that means is, with anything in life, you know, it's fun to get into gadgets and gear and stuff. Whether you're, let me fix this light. I think that's better. Maybe it's not. I don't know. The light's weird in here. But I guess what I'm saying is that we can get caught up kind of chasing gear, toys, stuff, you know, and it's really not about that. It's really just about having the guts to share what you got, no matter what it is, whether you're an architect or any whatever you do. I think it's kind of about how we see the world and what we want to try to put our spin on doing something, a job or whatever, or sharing something. And now, you know, because with anything, with cameras, if you love camera, I love cameras. You know, I've directed stuff. I've done photography for years, and I think that we can get caught up in like the latest, newest thing, even like cars or anything. And so I just wanted to come on and just do a little thing about, it's not really about the gear. It's about having the guts to kind of just use what you have and put it out. Because I think a lot of times we can use it as an excuse I got to get the newest thing. And that's not really what it's about. So with music, there's all kinds of stuff we can get caught up in doing. Chasing the latest computer, the latest gear, the software. Plugins are a big thing now for making music for artists like myself and you and whoever's out there. So, you know, but now the unless in the title means this exactly. It means that if something can inspire you, and I like this, there's a reverb I have on this guitar. I'm going into my system here, and it sounds so good that it'll actually make me play more. And so if gear brings out something in you, it's kind of magical and weird. You're like, whoa, why, I'm playing this thing for an hour straight, or whatever it is you're doing, whether you're into motorcycles or whatever you're into, wakeboarding, surfing, golf, the latest driver, whatever. It's just hard. There's a fine line between like trying to buy the latest thing to think that it'll make you better at whatever you want to do versus just getting really good at something and just using what you have. Now, again, the unless is about if it inspires you, because some gear, when I use it, it inspires me and makes me go, here we go. And I don't want to stop. And it actually makes you creative. And so it pulls things out of you. You use a certain piece of gear and it just doesn't feel right. and whatever it is you're working on or doing or collaborating with. So it is good to find the right stuff that makes you feel like you're making something, or it's flowing out of you and it's just natural. So that's my thought, as I'm sitting here playing a little guitar. It sounds really good. Can you guys hear that reverb? So any questions? How's everybody doing? Also, I want to bring up that I've taken a little break from everything, YouTube, uploading, making videos, anything. It was sort of unplanned, which is kind of nice. Just sort of like, we did a little vacation, and it was just sort of a break. I don't know, I was doing it a lot. And actually, my 1-year anniversary of being on YouTube is coming up in a couple days. That's kind of fun. August 11th last year was the first day that I posted Snug Harbor. And so that's like, I noticed that. I'm like, no way, that's cool. So kind of something fun to pay attention to. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and do a brief live stream for this Saturday and see how everybody's doing. Sarah actually asked the question if I'm going to be on. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you asked, yes. So let's see, because I can't read without these things on. Let's hear how you're doing. Let me hear. How's it going in your state or wherever you are? Can you guys eat in restaurants? Because we can't in California. We have to sit outside. All the restaurants are like seating on the sidewalks outside and stuff. So that's what we're doing. My retro life. Yes, I am. It's actually funny you say, am I working on any music? I am actually working on music. And it's weird. I've never had the guts to share it, I guess. Just my songs, my tunes. It's always been something that I would work on and bring to the band, Sugar Ray, but that was years ago. And after the band's, after the original members ended playing in what it is currently now, it's been a while. And so I kind of haven't had an outlet to put my music into. It was always a safe thing, not just safe, but it was always cool to be able to hand it over. Like I'd write a bunch of music, however many riffs or songs, 15 or 20 song ideas I would put together and bring to the band. And then it was fun to turn it into Stan, Rodney, Mark, Craig, and see what they would do. Because I love collaborating. So it's a good question. I'm actually writing a ton, and I don't know, why can't I just sing it to you and share it to you right now? Because it's not ready. I suppose that's an excuse, but yeah, I've actually got some new music that I'm gonna somehow put out and share, because that's just what that's what I do. I write all the time, but I'm gonna collaborate with some cool people, because nowadays, like, we're trying to socially distance, right? So you can send a few things through emails and then wind up with something that sounds pretty good. Maybe I'd love to try to get in the studio with a few people and do some of it live, But yeah, it's kind of like, if I had to say, if you're listening, I was thinking about what my music sounds like right now. I'd say it's a cross probably between Matthew Sweet, Paul Westerberg, and the Beatles. So that's what I think. That's the direction that I like to go with these songs. And so, yeah. Anybody like Matthew Sweet? Anybody like Paul Westerberg? Anybody like the Beatles out there? Okay, so let's read some of this now. What's going on? I'm going to say hi to everybody right now. Jason Armstrong, Lemongrass, what's up? My Retro Life. Kozo, no. How do you say Kazoo Detector? Sarah, what's up? Juan. Many ticket. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Was that your previous life? Oh, you're in England, Lemongrass. Right, that's right. Yeah, it's crazy. All over the world, it's different. Okay, Jason, I watched thing on a whim. Seemed like kind of interesting to. There you go. Nice, Jason. Yeah. So I'm the basis of the first ever record you got as a kid, man. That's cool. The first ever record. Why don't we say that? Everybody tell me what the first record you ever bought was. Now, not the first one that like you got, like somebody gave you. I'm talking about the first one you went out and paid money for. That's a different record, you know, because a lot of times somebody will just, hey, here's this. And when we actually go out and spend our dough, that's a different record. So who is that record? Let's hear. Okay, you're clearly a writer, crazy writer like me. Yeah. Sarah, okay, what do you do, Sarah? I don't know what you do. You're a writer? Do you write music, or are you like you write lyrics? Are you like a Bernie Taupin, you know? Finding out you were behind some of my favorite songs. That yeah, Waiting and Doggy. Yeah, Waiting, man. Let's try to play. How do we play Waiting? Waiting was weird. It's like this. I gotta give me a second. This is gonna be weird to figure out. I think I tuned it here. I think I tuned it to C. It's fine. There we go. And then the verse of it. You gotta see the guitar, man. You gotta see the guitar. Mark came up with a very cool verse for that. I was singing the chorus, I guess, when in the demo, like waiting for the night. So I came up with the chorus, and we had the idea to make the verse. So yeah. And if you're a guitar player out there, a songwriter, I think it's really cool to mess around with tunings, because that's how I got Waiting. I wouldn't have been able to come up with Waiting if I didn't mess around with the D string. The D string is tuned down all the way down to C. So listen to that. That's supposed to be like that's supposed to sound normal right here. 2 A's, 2 D's, but no, it's way down here. Hear that? So then, with that open D string tuned way down low, I was able to do that little octave right here. This thing. You know what's cool about Waiting? We did that acoustically, and somebody reminded me online. I forgot we did that. I'm like, what? Really? We did Waiting live, because I was thinking of the rock version, like that, you know, full on electric and powerful. But we did it acoustically on acoustic guitars, which was cool, because I think this song done in a quiet way actually sounds pretty good. But anyway, so yeah, experiment with your strings, man. Tune them weird. You know, Johnny Resnick for, I forget which song, was it Iris? For the Goo Goo Dolls, tuned his guitar totally crazy, like in a really, really weird way, and wrote a huge hit song. I mean, he's a talented songwriter, but it's fun to mess around and just do crazy tunings, because after a while it gets boring to have the same exact tuning. You know, it's kind of like it's just the same old chords you're gonna play. But if you do, and then Stone Temple Pilots have, I think, is it Plush? Their song has a really cool tuning on theirs. I got a looper pedal, man, and maybe I'll try to plug it in and use it right now. That'd be kind of fun. Looper pedals are killer. I've never used them ever, and they're fun. And so then this little funny progression I'm playing right now, I played that, and then I looped it, and I started soloing. And, you know, when I solo, I'm just guessing where I'm going. You know, I don't know. I don't know too many notes and too many scales and modes and all that kind of stuff. But looper pedals are fun. If you play guitar, does anybody ever mess with a looper pedal out there? Because what it does is you just play a simple thing. You hit it down to record, and you go like, stop, and then it keeps playing that over. Then you get to solo over it. So it's a fun like practice tool. And anytime you can record yourself and you want to be good at music, or you like music, it's really, really good to record yourself to hear how you sound. There's no better. It's like a mirror, you know, like what do I look like right now? For music, record and see what you sound like. There's no hiding from it. Yeah, Lemongrass has got one right. Where's mine? Let me get mine out. I think did I talk about this in the last live stream? I think I did. There's mine. Gotta go get this one, man. Trying to get focus. Focus. There we go. Is that focusing? No, it's not focusing. You know what? These little webcams. I want to get a kind of a higher quality camera going for the web streams, because I like these. They're fun. So should I try to do some looping right now? You let me know. Yeah, Chelsea, hello, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna do some, but like I said earlier in the stream, I just sort of took a little break from everything, and Sarah and everybody uses a looper. Okay, so yeah, all right, here we go. Loopers are fun. So, does anybody out there write music? I'm gonna turn it on you. Anybody out there write music? Because I'm writing, and I gotta share it, and I want you guys. I'm going to implore you to help me get my music out, because we all need the help, don't we? We all need the help. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay, I gotta unplug my guitar, and then I'm going to try to loop right now. Why not, right? Let's get the red chord out for the red guitar. Red. Alrighty. So, does anybody do music? That's the question I have right now. Excuse me. Howdy, friends. How's it going? So that's the big question. Do you do music? I want to know. Please let me know. Plug it in the looper. Let's do it. That sounded real good. That's a hit song right there. Here we go. If you're new to the live stream, get a few new people. Let me know what's going on in your life. I'm curious. I want to know. All right, I need these to see what's going on. I think I have it plugged in the wrong way. There we go. I really like this plugin from UAD, this Diesel Herbert. It's a really amazing sounding guitar, Helio. Gain down a little bit though. I actually want to get a cleaner sound. Let me get, this is sort of like a little bit of a distortion sound. Let me get this really clean one right here. Where is it? Right there. Turn the gain down a little bit. Here we go. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can loop. It's good to tune your guitar too before you play for people. It's close enough for jazz. That's not recording. That would be recording right there. Here we go. Loopers are fun, right, man? You got to figure them out first. So Jason, I'm going to read Jason's comment. I would like to get a failure-inspired shoegaze type alternative rock band going. That's funny, but the only problem is nobody in the area. Right. Well, Jason, you got to just, what you got to do is you got to just record something or make a tune, write something that sounds like that, and then see if somebody, that's the way you do that. If you think nobody in your area wants to hear that, just push the idea out there, record something, and maybe somebody will be like, hey man, this sounds really good. You never know until you try it, until you start it, until you do it. It's not the best recording every day. There's a weird bump coming up too. Yeah, it's not the best loop right there, right? It's like, okay. Get a different sound. No, man, that's not. There we go. But that's the idea, right? On the classical guitars, I really struggled to. Okay, so Samus04 is asking me a question right now. I learned classical guitar, so I've really struggled trying to figure out how to hold the pick. How should I do that? Good question. Okay. Literally, I guess, I don't think about holding a pick. What's your name? Can you tell me your name, Samus04? I would say if you learn classical and picking, I got to turn this down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to be able to see. Okay. If you've learned, like finger picking, let me back up. Finger picking like this, et cetera, and holding a pick, you're saying is hard for you. You just have to do it until it's comfortable. I mean, that's not the greatest advice maybe, but let me ask you this, why do you want to hold a pick? There's definitely a lot of really good guitar players who play electric who play with their fingers. Both hands, this right and left. I'm doing my fingers right now. So that'd be my question is, why do you want to use a pick? It has to be a reason. It has to make sense for you to like say, oh, no, well, I want to do this. I want to do downstrokes or something. Because picks have their place and they're great. So it just has to be something that you need to do to get the sound. That way you won't think about it so much and you'll just start practicing. But it really is the old, metal, exactly. You like metal? Yeah, Jason, yeah. Failure, I love Failure. They're great. I don't know a ton of their catalog, but a couple of their songs I love. So for you, Sam, did you write your name? Yeah, you're Sam. Okay, that makes sense. Sam, just play with it every day, man. It gets better all the time with anything. Like if you want to learn to surf, it's not going to be good the first day or the first week or the first month. If you stay at it and you keep going and you keep going, you're going to be ripping someday. So that's how you do it with a pick. You just play until you don't think about it anymore. When I just played right now, I didn't even think about how I held the pick. I just put it in my hand and just go for it. So there you go. That's probably the advice you hear from everybody else, but that's kind of the way to go. So yeah. Let's try this streaming like looper thing one more time. It's not easy. That pickup. It's not bad. So now see that thing's playing. I'm not playing it. And that little progression I played is looping. And it's fun. You can just sit here and go like, you can just make stuff up and you can practice and play. And but they're really fun, you know. I went online and ordered this one and I just bought it. I'm like, it's super cool. I've never ever done them before. I've seen people to do them. I don't plan on going to a street corner and like trying to rip on them, as some people can totally rip on them. But it's just fun to goof around and see like, this is a weird chord progression. This is a descending, and I don't know where I would have a scale to mess around with it, but it's fun, right? It's fun to mess around in it. Okay, Jason's got a question for me. Stop it. Okay, so another question from Jason. If money was no object to buy a guitar, would you pick and why? So I guess that question. You know what? That's a very good question. It might be an old bass, an old like, you know, late 60s Fender P bass or jazz bass, or mid 60s even. I mean, that would be pretty incredible. Just because they play incredible and they're rad. I don't know that it would be an old guitar. It could be an old Fender Strat, probably like a 60s Strat or something, or a Tele would be so cool. But probably a bass, you know. Good question. I don't know, but I really feel like I have the guitars that I need, so I don't really feel that way. If anything, it might be like music gear, or like some mic pre's or some recording stuff. As I have been saying, I'm going to be doing some recordings and sharing some music. So check out Cam Cole and what he does. Yeah, I should. There's guys that are incredible. So Dan asked a question: is there a huge difference between a Fender and Squier? Okay, well, Dan, can you be more specific? Because Fender is the brand. This is a Fender. You see right there, Fender. Yeah. And this is a Strat, and a Squier is just like, that's a Fender too. So do you mean a Squier Strat? And I think let me know. I think the Squier is they're more affordable line, but you know, there's so many guitar. Okay, Fenders were made in the USA, This is actually a Mexican made. This is a 90s, and I love this thing. This thing is killer. I call it my Mexican Strat, and I love it. And this was kind of the cheaper one back then. I don't think they were made in China and Indonesia yet, these guitars, but now they're made in Indonesia, the cheaper guitars. So that's why I love this 90s Mexican Strat. It's not a Squier, it's just a Stratocaster. So there's just so many, it's like, I think I might have said this before, that the cheaper guitars now are better than the cheaper guitars when I was growing up. They're just made in a smarter way, and they work better. Here we go. Let's see if I can find some notes or something and jam a little bit. So I come up with a weird second layer. I'll try to lay a second layer. What do I hear? Too high? No. That's kind of sour. Ooh, that's harsh, man. I think it actually sounds like it's messed up. It's weird. I haven't found anything I want to do for a second layer yet. Just gotta keep searching, man. That's what this is. Maybe something like that. Like that. Go up. That's cool. They go up on the third. I know what I want to do. I'll do this layer right here. That's cool right there. That'd be dope to arpeggiate this thing. Let me do that layer. Here we go. Here we go. That second one is too loud right there, but I like that little. Looping is fun, man. Here we go. The problem is to make each tone a little different than the last one, or otherwise they will kind of step on each other. But fun stuff. There we go. Got it to stop. All right. That's fun. Looping is kind of fun, you know? It's cool. Any more questions? Let's wrap this one up. My first record. Oh, we got some answers to the first record. Lemongrass says his first record was Urban Hymns by The Verve. Sweet. Yeah, Squire. Okay, I have a 1996 Fender Jag. Is that Mustang? You tried to write Mustang, or you said Jag Stang? Is that, am I reading that right? Sounds great. What pickup position? For me, I just move all over the place with my pickups. I love this, not the top on the Strat, but the second back. It just has that warm. The first picks up a little more. In the middle. Middle's a little more clear. I'm not on the middle too much. They all serve their purpose. Okay, let's see. David Bowie. Hey, you know what? Afresh Ablaze. It's a great segue right now, because I'm actually doing a cover song with some friends of a tune off the Young Americans record. I think I might have mentioned that in the last time. Right? Fascination, Young Americans are brewing. Yeah, exactly. When you're saying that when sounds can layer on each other and complement and not sound the same, that's when you really have something that's special. So yeah, anyways, Afresh Ablaze, I do believe that gear does matter to agree. I agree. One must know how to produce the song. Right. So Afresh Ablaze, absolutely. That's why I said unless. I'm not of the thought that, oh, gear doesn't matter, man. Because what I said earlier, if you watch the whole stream, is that you can get a piece of gear in your hands or whatever, however you use it or whatever, whether, like I said, whether it's a car or a guitar or anything. If you're a stylist and you're like, you have the perfect, cutters for like styling, anything, doesn't matter. That's because there's a stylist right here. Got a barbershop inside here. It's pretty cool. Anyways, it does matter. And when you get the right one in your hands, it gets out of your way, and like what you want to make just flows. You can make it easier. Whether it's software or anything. So yeah, for sure. So when I have this setting with this guitar, I can just sit here literally all day and just make up stuff. And that's the good thing too about having the right gear and not just getting more gear, is that it actually makes you'll be more productive, and you'll, make more stuff. bass? Where's my bass? I'm a bass player. But I'm going to end the stream on saying this, is that I have this right now because I do consider myself a bass player, but I consider myself a musician who wants to play and write things. So I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff on the channel moving forward. Guitar, composition, bass, all kinds of bass stuff. And it's fun, yeah, because I like making music. Probably that's my favorite thing, even more than just playing bass, is writing stuff and being creative. So what's going on, everybody, for your Saturday? I'm going to head out here. What do you guys got going on? I am signing off. I want to hear what you're up to. Let me see if I can remember how to play the latest song idea. Capos are great, but sometimes that sounds out of tune. Did I just tune open and hear it? Better? That's flat? That's flat? It's getting better. There we go. All right. I'll keep on working on that tuning. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.